that the mummy was not a mature adult, but an infant who had suffered from a birth defect known as anencephaly. Anencephalic infants are born without a brain and lack a complete skull. They are either delivered stillborn or die soon after birth. However, Eugene Basher says that a severe birth defect could have caused an outcome known as
There are pieces of skull
scalp are seen in the brain down lacks from some of the skull. They are either. Basher also contends that the initial X-ray showed that the mummy had the characteristics of an adult, not an infant.
but also has a full set of teeth. Infants would show two sets of undeveloped teeth still up in the jaws. These have descended and there's no other teeth above them, like a baby or a young person had.
All the physicians and physical anthropologists that I know of that I've been able to verify, to actually talk to them, have said that it's some type of infant that looks beyond.
In October of 1950, Ivan Goodman loaned the mummy to Dr. Leonard Walter, curator of the New York Museum.
Oh, don't worry, he's in good hands.
Goodman felt he could have made a fortune if Wadler could prove that the mummy was a North American relative of a rare population of African pygmies. But fate intervened. Ivan Goodman died of a sudden stroke before the theory was proven, and Dr. Wadler kept the mummy. Both had disappeared. What was the mysterious artifact and where is it now? Was it one of those legendary little people or an anencephalic infant born in primitive times?
So much more could be done today in the way of analysis on this. DNA analysis could be done. We have methods now that allow dating to be done without being that destructive. So it's really important that the scientific community take another look at it.
Dr. Leonard Wadler was last known to be living in Florida. However, no one had seen him or the mummy since 1975. The Lost World Museum in Phoenix, New York, is currently offering a $10,000 reward for the rediscovery and purchase of the mummy. Would like to see the artifact returned to a more appropriate resting place. Coming up, a teenager is murdered in her own backyard. Perhaps the killer's known her friend.
It's the law. It says it in the Bible.
And a man who calls himself a servant of God is wanted for attempted murder. In Anderson, Missouri, a woman who cautiously makes his way through the woods, stalking, waiting for just the right moment to strike. The hunter is not your everyday hunter. His target is not but in the zoo. The Freemen exist on the farthest right fringe of the political spectrum. They believe they are the true Americans, but others, including the police, call them domestic terrorists.
Thomas, in late November of last year, did a couple from Kansas City call on you at your home request visit? Yes, they did. What was the purpose
The
of it?
Freemen believe that the Constitution is a divinely inspired document along with the Bill of Rights that gives them preeminent rights in American society. That they do not have to do things like pay income taxes or have driver's licenses and so forth, because that's all part of the laws that were passed after the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. This is man-made laws.
What was it the sheriff wanted to talk to you about?
In the case of Robert Jost, a self-styled Freeman minister, that philosophy apparently led him to issue fake legal documents. Jost was convicted of drafting a fake court book for a parishioner who had been arrested for a minor traffic offense. For 9 9 years, Jones remained free while he contested the conviction until a new prosecuting attorney ordered the Highway Patrol to bring him in.
Mr. Jones has a history of resisting arrest and to avoid an armed confrontation on his property where he's believed to have a large number of weapons. The decision to make the arrest in the county road 45%.
Sergeant Steve Dorsey and Corporal Bob Harper made the arrest.
I walked up to them and screaming all, I think you're dealing with someone that has a middle phone. Screaming and hollering, just throwing his hands up and saying, who are you? Who are you?
I knew if they were gonna kill me, they were gonna kill me worse than I do, except pray to God. And that's what I was doing.
Robert Jones asked to be found in Silva due to his religious conviction.
I knew they had no alcohol in the arrest, and it turns out they didn't have it. That's why they had to make up the story so they had some reason to hold it.
Robert Jost was arrested on charges of carrying a concealed weapon and resisting arrest. Then, 3 months later, one of the arresting officers, Corporal Bob Harper, became the target of a snake.
I heard this loud shot, and I ran.
It's 17 hours.
Dear Brett's here, the ultimate gadget guide. Dinner, Brett's no bread, no potatoes, no flour.